verify them. And if you don't have backup options, delete those lines from the syllabus template. Okay? We're going to be looking to make sure that your assessments and assignments for the first 3 weeks are in the right place with the points and the correct dates. We're going to ask you to do a brief biography of yourself. That's a good place to do your, can you do your pic there, do your photo there with the bio? Mm-hmm. And just who you are and why you're here, and a little about yourself, your family, your hobbies, as much as you want to disclose. There may be reasons why you don't want people to know about that. But put something there. I've been teaching philosophy on this campus for the last 14 years, and I really love interacting with the students, and here's my contact info, and here, include my photo, something like that, okay? Email address or a phone number should be there. And I don't think that there's anything more on the sheet I haven't touched on, except that we want you to make sure you're never more than 7 to 14 days behind on your grading. I cannot overemphasize this. I cannot overemphasize this because students need that feedback to know how they're progressing, and I have heard of situations where, okay, you know how a student will try to wait for the last 2 weeks of the semester and do the whole course load of work, and you have to say, no, we can't let you do that. I mean, we've dealt with a little bit of that, you and I. Yeah, I have 2 going on right now, partially that you got. Well, we have faculty like that too, who will let things pile up and try to grade it all at the end. We can't have that. That does a great disservice to students. Okay, let me tell you a little story. I've taught here since 2004. From 2007 to 2009, I also had an administrative role, kind of similar to what James Bolton does now. I was the faculty coordinator, and I taught as well. And so, in those days, we didn't just go on by and reported grades. We had to also print out a paper copy and hand it in the records office. I'm probably the only one here that remembers that, but we did. And so I went and took my paper copy of grades at the end of the summer, like about this time, and handed it to the lady at the window of the records office and said, here are my grades. And here's what came back from her. Now, are these for summer or spring? That's what I said, what? Now, keep in mind that at the time I had this coordinating thing right at faculty, I tried to get it in the contract that you don't get your last paycheck or your grades are in. We were told that if that ever went to court, we'd lose. I don't know why. But we have faculty who are not prompt on grading. And we don't want that. So people will be looking at that and looking for that to see how you do, but we need to do better. I think those are all the main points I wanted to cover. Let me ask what questions or comments or discussion items you may have.
I just wanted to clarify something real quick, just because I'm going to be checking people's syllabi. Did I hear you correctly say that we at least need to have all of the assignments and assessments listed in IB Learn, but the due dates maybe don't need to necessarily be
not sure that's what I was saying, but I don't think that is inconsistent with this thing about the first 3 weeks. Am I wrong there?
Should you have your entire course of assignments built in there, but maybe not due dates assigned yet?
So, there's no policy. You're supposed to be using due dates. For online, statewide online, all the due dates, for statewide online, all the due dates are always in there from day one.
Yeah.
And I think the hope is that all online courses have all the due dates in there from day one. With face-to-face, Dr. Hollowell, I think that's a regional decision, and Dr. Hollowell has said, 3 weeks out. So students can plan 3 weeks out. Now, if you do the whole semester, that's great. Some face-to-face instructors want more flexibility to modify as they go through the semester. But to keep with the policy of using due dates, which is in policy, just not how many you have, that's what's not the policy, and the regional decision is 3 weeks out. Does that make sense? Does that clarify?
Yeah, I guess I was just more thinking about it as, like, if I'm an instructor and I know I'm already gonna give 8 quizzes, but I don't necessarily, maybe I wanna give them pop quizzes.
Mm-hmm.
I've already got those points built into my syllabus, so to have them listed maybe isn't a bad thing.
True, because then they know where they can figure out where they are.
Can you create an assignment without a due date to have a gradebook column?
Oh, yes,
And then it will show up at the bottom of the syllabus?
just with no due
Just with no
date,
due
yes.
date.
And then that would match your syllabus, what you're telling the students they will be assessed on. Yeah,
But it's not required.
correct.
Okay.
Though they're part of that, get right to you, okay?
Oh, that's
We,
fine, I don't have a question.
you know what, we should clarify that because that runs a little bit,
It's a little murky.
counter. Yeah, it's murky because we're looking at the syllabus and we want you to tell the students how they're gonna be assessed in the syllabus.
Right.
The specificity, I don't know, has been, if we'd outlined that and detailed that, so we should probably circle back with Dr. Hollowell to see, does she
Maybe
want all
we
that
should.
outlined like it is in an online course? If so, there's always the option in the syllabus to change things,
Right.
so we should circle back with her.
We should. I mean, I try to have, of course, right now I'm only teaching one course at a time, but I have taught as many as 8. Okay? I only did that once, I have no desire to do it again. But I try to have all my dates lined up the whole semester. And then, if you have to make an adjustment, you put the announcement. Okay? To me, personally, that's easier than sitting down because if you're gonna be 3 weeks out, that means that you got 1, 2, 3, and then week 2 you gotta think about week 4, and then 3 you gotta think about week 5, and so on, right? That doesn't seem personally real efficient to me. Now, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, it's just, I don't think I would handle that well. The other part of that for me is, though, and I think Dr. Hollowell would agree with this, the students have a right to know what is going to be expected of them. And if you say 8 quizzes, and you only end up having 7, and you get some student who thinks, okay, if we'd have that 8th quiz, I might have gotten a B instead of a C, you got a problem in your hands.
Yeah, that's kind of how I agree with you. I think maybe at least be listed in
Anything else anybody wants to throw out here?
Any concerns as you prepare for the 8 weeks? Even if we haven't talked about it today?
Yeah, that's a good point. are most of you doing 16 modules and just gonna do 2 modules a week? That's okay. My understanding is at some point it won't be okay, but for now it's okay.
I think the aim is fall 2019
Yeah.
for 8 modules.
What I did, probably back in 2009 or so, is I took all my classes that were not statewide classes and put them in 8 modules or 8 sessions, we call it. And I'll tell you why I did that. I realized that when I taught in the summer, everything was condensed time-wise. And I was gonna end up creating 2 different versions of the course. And so instead of having a course and having to compress it for summer, I took that 8-week course for summer and expanded it in fall and spent 2 weeks in a module. And now this is just pure psychology, okay? I shouldn't be saying this being taped, but I'm gonna do this pure psychology. You know what students said? They said it's so nice to have 2 weeks to do a module. Even though it's the same amount of work. That's coming. Are there, well, you would have just gotten your course shells for fall today, correct? They may have been in them, maybe looked at them.
I have, thank you.
Thank her, she came up with it.
I haven't yet, I read.
We haven't loaded everything.
I
had
sent one to Carmen
I read-
earlier, that's what she meant.
1,300 things fly across my desk this morning. That's one thing I have not done today. Go in there. We have, and you should have a schedule earlier if you get the email. We're gonna have one in the morning, some open labs in room 214 over the other building. I'll be there from 8 to 10 in the morning. And if you're having trouble putting a module together, deciding how you want to arrange things, whatever, I'll be there from 8 to 10. Yes, sir.
Would like to point out, it's good to encourage people to get in there early. Please do not link any third-party content until much closer to class. We've had issues with that before, especially if a class has to be reset before, because that happens, content gets messed up. Do as much prep as you like, just don't hit that link button until class, or close to class. I think, what is it, 48 hours, 72 before class starts?
48 hours.
There.
So, that's something I can't help you with at all.
We can't
because
either.
I've never used third-party content. Maybe it's because of my discipline, but I don't do that, so. But anyway, please feel free to come by the open lab. I think there's one in the afternoon tomorrow, the evening. I'm doing the one from 8 to 10, and then there's one that's
In the 5:30 to 7:30.
5:30 to 7:30. I will not be there for that one, but I will be there 8 to 10. You do the evening on there, it's
It's
Pam.
Pam. And then we're
Okay.
going to have open labs the non-instructional week as well. So the day of the adjunct orientation, in between the 2 adjunct orientations,
Sessions.
depending on whichever one you attend if you're an adjunct. So we'll be running it, I think, from 12 to 5:30, since that's or 1 to 5:30. And then Thursday and Friday we'll have, of non-instructional week, we'll also have open labs. Because sometimes people don't know their course assignments until
Okay.
that week.
Do I need to sit down with you about staffing that? I mean, I'm gonna be in and out of meetings.
No, it was just gonna be Dylan and me for that,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Again, the floor is yours. I think I've covered it. You want anything you want to say? anything they want to chat, but thank you for coming.
Thank you.